Hello, my name's David Ailiff. We do live in a strange world. Just lately, we've had a lot of material in the media, stories about people who are finally coming out and talking about abuse, being abused, being the victims of abuse. We've also had in Australia the Royal Commission into abuse from religious institutions and others. And thousands of submissions were made to that commission. But through it all, there's an eerie and very loud silence. Not only from the victims who just can't bring themselves to tell their stories, but there's another silence. And it's those people who knew what was wrong, were witnesses, either having seen or having heard, but all having done nothing. I was thinking of the wonderful song just recently, "Where Have All the Flowers Gone?" made famous by Joan Baez and probably more so by Peter, Paul and Mary, and written by Pete Seeger. It has quite a history and how that story and the song came together. I kept thinking about that song, and I kept thinking about the flowers. In a sense, we were all flowers once, waiting to blossom, waiting to become something special. This is dedicated to not only the victims of abuse in institutions and in domestic abuse as well, but it's dedicated to those flowers who have bloomed beautifully in our society, but in some ways shouldn't have, because they kept silence. They didn't speak up. They didn't speak up for the things they knew, the things they saw, the things they heard. And in that way, they were contributors. Where do those flowers go? Mr. Seeger, as a boy I loved your song. Where have all the flowers gone? Where do those flowers go? From the Cossacks song, you told us they passed on, and so did the young girls, everyone, and their husbands, soldiers, gone, and so too the graveyards. The tears that grieve themselves without us, grief so deep it lives. But the flowers once again grow again, replacing young girls and husbands, soldiers, and yes, even graveyards. Such a circle of life. We were all flowers once in the years of the revolution, yet there are some flowers that never bloom, that never really join that circle, when there are some that do and never should, making their circle a merry-go-round fit for flowers to bloom just like themselves. So where have all the flowers gone? Young students and teachers of grand colleges, schools, military establishments, political parties, officers and gentlemen, religious leaders, and yes, maidens fair, complicit in their silence, complicit in words that rape and pillage